Hey everyone, welcome to today's vlog. I've got a unique blend for you. Today I'm gonna unbox some of my miniature diecast models, a hobby I'm truly passionate about, while discussing an important topic, the dehumanization of language and its impact on our society. While it may sound like an unusual combo, but my goal is to shed light on a timeless issue that we encounter daily, all while sharing the childish joys of one of my oldest hobbies. Let's get started. The title of the article we'll be discussing is The Harm Caused by Dehumanizing Language, written by Sophia Smith Galler, a British digital journalist who started her career at the BBC in 2017. In the text, she refers to renowned psychologists like Nick Haslam, who is a psychology professor at the University of Melbourne, and Florence Enoch, who is an expert on social psychology, to explore the concept of dehumanization. Throughout this vlog, we'll talk about the argument made by the author, my personal response, and reflect on how language can shape our perception. To start, the issues highlighted in the text focuses on how dehumanizing language can lead to violence and discrimination. The text explores the dangers of reducing people to animalistic references, which makes harming those people seem more justifiable. As the author aptly states, the words we use when describing others can be important if we want to avoid a slide into something worse. Let's dive into one of the key arguments made by the author. She argues that dehumanization of language increases the likelihood of harm by portraying others as less deserving of empathy. To support this claim, she showcases an example where a group of participants were introduced to a political group who were labeled using animalistic terms like snakes, cockroaches, etc. The results showed that people were more likely to endorse harm to these groups. Another example is when a group of Christians were exposed to dehumanizing language about Muslims who were also more likely to support torture. These examples illustrate how the use of language can and will change our perception and influence how we look at others. Personally, I strongly believe that language plays a crucial role in shaping our perception of others. I value empathy, kindness, and respect, and I think it's important to promote understanding in every aspect of life. As I would like to say, the key to building a cohesive society is in recognizing the importance of communication. This belief aligns with the author's perspective. I agree that dehumanizing of language can and does lead to harm, and we must be more mindful of the words we use. Words have power. They promote and influence our behavior and attitude towards others, and we must use them to foster understanding, not create division. To summarize my argument, the use of dehumanizing language should not only be avoided but also critically examined, especially when it is used to obscure or distort the perspective or narrative of unethical events. For example, we can still witness devastating destructions in Gaza, Iran, and Ukraine. But if you pay close attention, the language used in media coverage often manipulates the narrative of the events far different from actual reality. And This is sadly not only limited to international affairs. Even in our daily media coverage on sexual assault, where dehumanizing language is often used to subtly normalize the trauma faced by the victims in our society. Although today's topic is heavy, I hope this discussion encourages you to think twice about the language you encounter or use and reminds you the impact of these languages on others. We all play a role in creating a more empathetic society. Since we have reached the end of the blog, I have kept my most special model for the last. First, I want to thank everyone who has stuck to the end of the video. My appreciation to you guys is endless. Oh, I dropped some stuff. And I hope the discussions we have made today have been helpful. And if you guys liked any of the things I've showed you guys today, feel free to visit my Instagram. For this hobby, I usually like to take pictures, and I do them often in my free time. I post them on my Instagram, although I haven't posted recently. But I'll link my Instagram down below. And thank you guys again for watching. This is a Ottawa limited edition McLaren F1. This is 1 to 1 by 18 scale, and you see this has all the openings, and you can even see the little driving seat and the headphones. Again, if you want to look for this in detail, I have more pictures on my Instagram. And since this is my first vlog, I probably made a lot of mistakes. Hope you guys take it with a grain of salt. And thank you again. And let's all strive to learn something new every day. Goodbye. This is a blooper for all the people interested on my set. This is my background. This is the table. That's the stand I was using. These are all the boxes of cars. This is the big car I showed you guys. And if I move this big guy a little bit away, here's all the cars we have showcased today. And in case you wanted to know, this is 1 by 43 scale Jaguar E-Type. This is a Aston Martin DV6 Volante. It's a resin model. So most of them are made of metal, but this is made from resin. This is one of the first production cars from Ford. It's a Ford T50 model. This is as old as car can get. These are one of my favorite models. It's a Toyota Supra Generation 3. This is another Toyota. It's called the Mark II. Again, also one of my favorite models. And these three are all from comic. This is from a Japanese comic called Midnight Wangon. This is from a famous comic from also Japan called Initial D. And this is from a comic called Detective Conan.